Well, dan di ngel nga zo di xian sam de de nian ju ga sa la ni nian ju xi vi ta de la ni chen di nu xie du zu ce xi men nu xie du zu ni le ni xi men nu xie du zu ka de de wa.
So we go straight into the teaching from where we left last time. So we're talking about the cultivating renunciations, and this the method for cultivating renunciation. So it falls into two, which is the to overcoming the attachment to this life and the attachment to future life, and so we are we continue the discussion on the overcoming attachment to future life.
다시 메노 저 가스라 니 렌데 몰라 세네 렌데 몰라 비고 콜라 아니 대체 시에줘요레 니 렌데 몰라 와 이나야 아니 시도 저 먹게 와서 저진자고 중에 말이 돼야 이내야 니 이거 좀 먹게 와들 빠라들라니 년보 또지 그 쇼바체나 아니 저 문주와 치주고요레 세네 아니 쇼바체스 때니 다 노디 저지 손서 말했어.
And so, with respect to the to overcoming the attachment to future life, so there is a we talk about how the law of karma and its effect is infallibles. And this meaning that the result, will follow after the cause. So, which is say, if we create a good karma, then the result will be happiness, whereas the negative or the bad karma then would be sufferings, and then however, it is possible to prevent the karma from producing its result, or prevent or the cause that karma to stop producing its result. For example, in order to stop the negative karma to produce its results, so we can to applying this practice of the four forces of purifications, so which we discussed a little bit last time, and how. So this is to say that how, even though there is the infallibility of the law of cause and effect. That means the result, follow after the cause. But how, through the application of such as the four forces of purification, so we can prevent the negative karma to produce this result. Ross.
제장안에 다 유네 마소 렌데 몰라 지스디고. 렌데 몰라 왔 생에때 좀 먹게 와라테네. 는 저도 안 중화대 몰라와레스는 시고 대수한테 가르스나 아니 좀 먹게와 시잖아요 디파라텔 님보 또지 쇼바 마제나 아니 저도 뭔가래 이치 미친 저도 뭔가래 마도지 아니 뭔가래 저도 추른로 와도 매른로 와도 또 이치네 요 말이스 쇼바 또지 님보 nom바지가 내 알아서 또지고는 쇼바시나 네 또게 와대 네 저 유네 수저예레스.
So we find in the scriptures that the karma and its effect is infallible, which the meaning of which is to, as I just said before, which is to say that if we create, for example, the negative karma, then this karma will yield the result in the form of sufferings. And so, but at the same time, there's also in the scripture, it is also mentioned that if we can, however, purify the negative karma, in the sense of preventing it from yielding its result. So, such as we can purify by like, for example, by applying the four forces of purifications. So therefore, these scriptures, mentioning of this the infallibility of the karma and its result. So it's to do with if is taken into, we have to take into the context of if such that a specific karma is not destroyed or not purified.
Then give le la yu tagare. Give le chi so sai serely telling yore. Inaya ni tipara ya control supale. Tenile sona ya ni getsati jawotela. Nipa chenpo yenge tso nipa churu tonga to. Nipa chushu yenge te nipa mewa so wate. Tani yungu yores.
So just as the negative karma can be purified by applying the four forces of purifications, and likewise, this if the positive karma that we have accumulated, that too, even though the positive karma that we have created, it is as a the fact that it is that karma producing its result is unfailing or inevitable, as it is said in the scriptures. But however, at the same time, this such the positive karma can also get destroyed by certain conditions, like some certain force of the certain mental affliction arising can destroy the certain the positive or the virtuous karma that we accumulated within us.
Di kola ni xianju ne karisi yorsena kawa tong tsa pa yi yanto deshe che la sus. Ne leja kong yi te kacho kundo chi kin jong ba xie se ne tani sun yores.
So as it is said in the Shantideva's Bodhisattva's way of life, that the negative, sorry, the positive, the karma or the positive virtues that we have accumulated, would have accumulated through making offerings to Tathagatas and through the through the practice of generosity and so forth. Such practice done over thousands, the thousands of the aeons time, and how this such accumulated merit and virtue can be destroyed by a moment of such an arising of anger.
제정아 아니 디텐도 가르치는 너무 부이진라니 소저서 개와이나야 아니 다 개와 다 짐발라 수파 가리나야 아니 군도 깨지지 예소나 아니 디니 게지 근데 어때라 아니 저때는 니파추는 동그래스네 어떠니 세고요 그래서
So what is this this quote from the Bodhisattva's way of life is saying it that that how even a single moment of arising of anger can have such a destructive force that of destroying, can destroying the accumulated merit of the virtues, even as long as thousands of aeons of ages, can destroying in the sense that it whatever these means like a diminishing or the weakening the force of all these virtues that we have accumulated, and or even completely sterilizing or preventing it from producing its result.
아니 군로티가 게자들네 간데스 지역어라나 아니 군로 이시에서나 아소피 개월 다 시에시말라니 덴로시아 리그 아니 레지 소저니 레텔라 아니 시에시마랑 타가로나 덴롤 시에마토 바체 바 조리르 동하다 양지 시에시말라 덴롤 시에나야 네지지야 벤졸롱 시엔고네 강연 태den가 리그 니팔 아소피 기위 니파텔네 시고요레스.
So the destruction of the virtue or the merit, by a single like an instant and an instant of arising of anger, what does that mean is that due to this anger, then as an effect of this anger, then either the result of this any such a virtue or merit could be like a prolonged or delayed. For instance, as if the result is supposed to be find a good rebirth immediately after this life, but then it will be delayed to further in the future, or it can be also mean that as a result of that, then even though it yield the result, our positive or the virtue, merit or the virtue yield the result of good rebirth, but due to that the detrimental effect of the anger on our virtue, that in that rebirth, then we find a great deal of sufferings or the undergoing sufferings.
제자한테 디송가 소티 시동 개와 조거데 이나야 아니 전전이 단지만디 용기가 군도 시고야리 아니 군도 디용 기게와데 매와 조거에서 딘데오디 추르 동게에서래서네 딘디가 som바텔라야 딘디가다 개와데 추르 못동야 타시나데 군도 롱나요 군도 디 좀못해야 타신다고데 가르치나 개와데 호와서 그래서 개와데로 호와서 그래서.
So we can also take into account of this like our current life experience, and in which if we can trying to understand that if whenever we experience some unhappiness or certain difficulties, so these to recognize these as the indications of either not having accumulated, not having created enough merit or the virtues in the past, or if we have created but our virtues are not strong enough or not enough, and so therefore that is why to understand that we face a lot of problem in this current life. So therefore we have to raise this question now: how what is the way to stop our virtues, the merit that have been accumulated, from being destroyed. So what we can do, and so this it is said that the way to preserve protect our virtues, is to ensuring that we ensuring that we dedicate after we have created the virtue or accumulated any merit, so we make sure that we dedicate these towards the cause of the complete enlightenment.
Ngasi gewa gang shena yu tin ju tema thotala ni. Ani ngowa chena. Ngowa tela ya ani randi taso tsishime cheta ni ngento ni lami kombu cheta ta. Ni ya tawe kombu cheta ya. Antini ngoya tani yor. Ina da ngaso ngoya ge yoshu na te kararisena. Ani seche ta cheta zupi suje topi ge jeran roba shusene. Ani shonju yi senshi bi jeran roba shusene. 아니 드니그 멜로다와 이나 아니 멜로 요슈라고 됐더니 이사레스데 뭐 요슈나 지그러다
So soon after we created any virtuous actions, so we should always must remember to dedicate that towards the certain cause, and so where we can dedicate the merits, that can be also there can be 3 levels. So on the small or the low level, so soon after we created a virtue or merit, so we dedicate it towards finding a good rebirth in future, and then but in the middling level to dedicating whatever virtues that we have created, towards achieving liberations, from samsaras, but the highest form level of dedication, so is to towards achieving the unsurpassed and the complete enlightenment, in order to benefit all sentient beings.
제장아 수수 게자 제와되니 세시마 년도 라미 대위거네 이체던 와이나 세시마 라미 대와 토바티 제니 안 와서비 게자 디거다 저부터 조래 타외 고물 와이나 다가래 타와타와 섬바티 제를 게진 저부터 조래 다 주비 수제 토비 저런 와이나 수제 마토지 파다 아니 디 게자 디거 롱시에 주고요. 그래서
so dedicating the virtue is very important, and also that predetermines the type of the result from our virtues. So if our virtue is dedicated towards the finding a good rebirth, so then what that means is that when you find the good rebirth, then that is the end of that the result or the outcome of that particular virtues. So, but as well as however, if you dedicate towards achieving liberations, then the virtues remained within us, until we achieve that the state of liberation. Likewise, if the virtue is dedicated to complete enlightenment, which is the state of Buddhahood, then as long as that we arrive there, not arrive there, the virtue we won't lose the virtue. So therefore the dedication is, as you can see here, is how important for the yielding of the results of our virtue.
Pena nga tsoti getsa de zubi shonji longo wa ina ani pena nga tsoti chitipa ji janzi no liu jana janzo mazu pa ni ta chitipa ti ga ani one yung janzo to nyanda be jet do de go wa de no ji ga ni nga tso ga zubi suji ga jelangi pi ga ni getsa te an zubi suji ga ma to pa ta la ani ta te se zuji o ma se ne de shin ju chi mo su jo des.
So if we quote this quotation from the Shantideva's Bodhisattva's way of life, So where it says just as like a drop of water into oceans, will remain remain there until the whole ocean dries up. So likewise, the virtue that which is dedicated towards the complete enlightenment, so will also remain within us, or until we reach to achieving that state of complete enlightenment. So this, as from this quotation, so which is quite clearly we can understand how we know that how if we put a drop of water in the ocean, and that drop will, even though it's a tiny drop, but how it can stay there, last, as long as the oceans, the whole oceans. So in this way, if our merit or the virtue is dedicated to the complete enlightenment, then it is like it is sealed, or it is it remains within us until we reach to complete enlightenment. So in the text, in order to overcome the attachment to the future life, so there is the text says that yes, by contemplating repeatedly the truth of karma and samsaric sufferings, so preoccupation with next life will come to cease. So here, this we have to take note of this word, repeatedly. So we have to not once, but we have to over and over again. It is saying that we have to contemplate, on how the law of the karma and its effects are unfailing, and as well as the reflecting on the various sufferings of samsaras, which if we can find the reflect upon the sufferings in terms of the so many different types of suffering, like put into different categories of the type of the suffering, like the 3 types of sufferings, or the 6 or the 8. So if it is through this repeatedly contemplating on this, the truth of karma, and on the suffering nature of sufferings of samsara, that then one will be able to counteract or diminish this the attachment to the future life loss.
네 유 고소나 가른 중거스나 네 년주고 somba chima 많이 바치시 거래서 원나 년주고 somba chima 많이 바데 네 간대지 요래스네 드니시와이나 단당간조 사제제나 년주고 세시 바티 카투 쇼라 카티시 거래서
So as the result of the repeated or a continuous contemplation on the truth of karma and on the suffering nature of samsara, then the one can produce this what so called as true renunciations and sense of renunciation. And so now how do we know that the renunciation which arises, which one generate within one is true or is a genuine one or not? So so this for this then now the next verse which explains that. Yes.
제장안이 대치대 가르치는 대다 공배 고에 붙zul라 이메 깨지 조용 무시시 인세 것도 타와 되니로 슈나 대생인 주시에 발로스 디가다 년주의 som바지만 많이 받으 시비체데 된 거요. 그래서
So the next verse which shows the measurement of having cultivated a genuine sense of renunciations. So if I quote, they read the next verse. As you habituate in this way, and when not even an instant of admiration arises for the prosperity of cyclic existence, and when the thoughts aspiring for liberation arises day and night, at this point, true renunciation has arisen.
제장안이 년주다 년주 som바도 년주 som바 지마 많이 발라 저와 첨보요. 그래서 년주 som바 생기때 아니 맞주절하고 처음선지 슈자나 맞주 고알아 네 둥가지 로지 손에 슈자데나 아니 타와도 도지 집이 나소베 되니지 로지 맞주절하고 요래 이나요 지마 많이 바 생기때 아니 슈자 먹어와 아니 진짜라 시라소노도 먹어와 바 거의 무슨 수반 통화디제 강가 신주고 다른 솔은 힘보에 말에 소소는 거지 강가 신주고 주된게가 아니 던지가 연주 소마실라 연주 소마지만 많이 봤네 어떤 시고요 그래서
So here in this verse, so the text explained the a genuine or a true renunciations. So now that which is a difference from just a renunciation. So we make difference between a renunciation and the genuine or unfabricated renunciations. So in generally speaking, so like if anybody can by contemplating or reflecting on the various sufferings that in cyclic existence or in one's life that one is kind of life that one is subject to, then you could have you would have a wish that you achieve the freedom from this kind of a miserable and a suffering life, and so this is like some sort of sense of experience of the renunciations that anybody can have, and so which we arise within us only with some sort of as an outcome of making some sort of effort or some in this reflecting upon the sufferings and so forth. So however, when we talk about this the genuine or the true renunciation as explained here, so here it is a sense of renunciation which arises effortlessly, in the sense that it spontaneously, it is always there within arisings you experience within yourself. It is not that experience renunciation is not dependent upon us making some sort of deliberate effort in the giving it a rise, causing it to arise.
제장안에 로소가 시티고 다가로 대송되고요래. 아니 고에 근내리로 다 무슨 수박한 내진 토나요. 대터 규인형 봐도. 대 구사린 형비. 아니 비텔라 쳐봐. 깨지 좀 해봐지. 아니 인생 건더니 다 아니 타와지 토나 형비거니. 드니 그 로지비 아주 쪼와 제목교. 뭔가 주시 용되나. 아니 연주지만 무슨 지만 많이 받대. So in this verse, so there's a saying how as you habituate in this way, and when not even an instant of admiration arises for the prosperity of cyclic existence,
So what is the saying that through the contemplating on the fault of cycle existence, and then that if it is saying that if even for an instance, so there is no desire, there's no wish for the prosperity of the cycle existence, even for all the excellences, the marvels, the best of all the prosperity or the excellence of the cycle existence. So there's not even the desire or wish to have that for not even an even arise, but instead, there is a without effortlessly, and spontaneously, instead there is within one, there's a yearning, there's an aspiration for liberations, which arises, as it says, arises day and night. So that is that kind of sense of the aspiration of liberations. So it's called like a genuine or unfabricated or the true renunciations.
Bumchi seji dawa jematel charang ragari lawa ina ta mutu gani ta rona ndu na nyena karina pi tipesha ti chuchu sono khodi garwa o tenu ji gani ta tawa tinji ji lo ji le sona ani tangin ji so ma ji ma mai ba shi ge sa res.
So if you could just imagine that, say, if someone who is very poor and then who's been offered, say, who've been offered, say, like $1 million, but within a month. So then how that, and then that poor person then until that moment comes to receive the money, how that person will have this strong a wish, strong thought of receiving that money will arise, so the person will have that thought all the time, even day and night would have that thought that that I'm going to receive this a large sum of money. So in the same way, so when you have the true renunciation, so the which arises, or the all the times within ourselves. So therefore, with this now we will we will stop this out just with this brief explanations of the renunciations.
Lutu gotsine. Lutu kargo sunyon sena. Surane koigo puntu tochela yechi shishugupa sumi trajishene kachiki litu mushe pususuba nyenton kois. Tenza del tenye rigmares, del tenye muriso nyona, tend nyewa shavala, neka tend nyewa to, tatuku tend nyewa niyoresine. O teniji suyon this. Tendo de karisigo sena. 마치 공들라 네 센델 현조 지지요 말이 세 심말라 현조 지지요 말이잖아. 네 고에 부스 주바 내리 부스 주바 고는 이나요. 네 현조 지지요 말이지. 니지 깨져 이시에 되어 있자. 네 가시 그 뒤근 처지존에. 어느 안에 고에 내리 부스 주바라니 진짜 대녀지 대녀지여서 말이지. 대지 그 시들려가 지지여서 말이지. 아니 드니그 네 소노킹이 있어서 대인자 던지텔라 가르수요스는 제르모체가 대한테 예자텔라 내가 대한 예지도 네 타투게 대한 예지 니요레스 간데고 무슨 주바대요 내가 대한 예자레스 내가 텔라 때는 가서 타와도 도지 좀 공부해라 줘. 저 그래. 빼난 가서 그 리텐텔라 때네. 아니 타오도 도지 공부 저그발라 리텐델 알랭헬 마나와도 던지지 조고요와 대노지 이거 아니 거의 무슨 수바 더 솔라 때네 아니 야 타와도 도지 미고 공부 아니 다 될라테네 더 그래서네 다 둘라도 그거 해야지요 말이데 내가 되는 얘기 그래서네 되는 수죠.
Yes. So, so before we go to the next topic, so just thought I should mention this. So there's in the Tsong Khapa's the Lamrim text. So there's a one raise one cautions, which in relating to this, saying how with the renunciations, with the cultivation of renunciation, so one have no, as he says, have no admiration arises for the prosperity of cyclic existence. So it's relating to that. Now, no desire or no wish for the prosperity or for the excellences of cyclic existence. So regarding this, so there's the Tsong Khapas made the clarification that with regard to the prosperity or the excellence of cyclic existence, so there are two. We can find two. So one level, there's a short-term purpose, and the other one is a long-term purpose. And then, so by doing this, the point that Tsong Khapa is trying to, the caution here that which people might ask and sometimes even get confused about is that when you cultivate the renunciation, where which it says we should not have any admiration or should not have any desire for the prosperity or the excellence of cyclic existence. So is that we might have a conflict that is. So if you have a renunciation, then we have to give up. Have to renounce or detach ourselves from everything. Including our job and on all the possessions and all that. So, but what Tsong Khapa is saying is that it is not necessary. That's not the point. And in fact, there are the renunciation doesn't mean that we have to give up. We have to see no value, no benefit for all the things in the world or on the cyclic existence. So, however, so when we talk about things in the cyclic existence, so there are things which are, in terms of their benefit, there are short-term benefits and the long-term benefits. So, therefore, in short term, so there are things which are really beneficial for ourselves. For example, this we talk about this human life, which is actually a precious human life. So, which is very important cause for one to achieve liberation. And so it is a great benefit. So likewise, we are depending upon all the various other living conditions, suitable living conditions. So it doesn't. We should not misunderstand that the renunciation means to giving up. That to see no value, completely no value of all these all the things in the world.
제장안이 신주래야 뭐 틀라 때는 dunga chuchile draws. Tenisujonda. Then Ojiga, Nilama Tonga Pego, Ninonche Dropala, Ni Sunda Sugar, Jimbala Supa Tongre, Zawala Supa Gongre, Momboji, Teo, Titunga, Tijimbojilpa, Ni Tanichegure, Sumaisa, Nita Matolati, Sendela, Neme as a Pol Nemevato. Ni Coposon Supamo, a pushina, jimbala supa tonga yungare ani pola supa ne me pa shuna ani chile yapo yuaga ni kwa ka sekre kar sekre zo ka ngan tche so yungara wa de mena ni tese ani tawa to ji mi ku to bala ani 뭐지 칼레 작고에서 가오치고 그래서
so there's also it is also said in the Shantidevas like a Bodhisattva's way of life where it says that by depending on this the board of human life then we go to the other side of the samsara, samsara, and so which is to indicate that the value of this rebirth. So doesn't mean even though this rebirth itself is the samsaric is within samsara. So, but there is it has a value, and also. The Tsong Khapa also said that we have to in order to achieve the complete enlightenment, so we must not even once but the so many over and over again in this practice of like giving, practice of moralities and so forth. And so therefore, this we can clearly understand that how it is to even to achieve to enlightenment. So it is to it is the advantage for us. Suppose if we enjoy a good health, and if we are, whereas however if we are suffering from certain sicknesses, then we are physically even not possible to do the practice. So likewise, how to so of course then to have that, to achieve the right good rebirth and a good health and so forth. So we have to engage in the practice of moralities to in order to have that, in order to find a good rebirth and a healthy life. Likewise, to have a more even to when you talk about practicing engaging the practice of giving or generosities, what if we are poor and if we do not have any possessions, so what things we can give. So therefore these are also likewise this can be all the wealth and also having a many number of friends. So this can be a good resources, in a sense that for us to achieve our goal, our ultimate spiritual goal of achieving complete enlightenment.
다티가 린데 대체와도 무슨 말해서 가인세나 아니 다냐와에 또 들어라 소발 시요 말해서 미글리들 시요래 계시 냐와에 또 물들라 소발 시요에나 딘디 두가 디웅기 아니 타와도 도지 비고네 som바고 말이데 소 계시 som바코나나 조이 네나 디두가 디 저터 말해서네 아니 시죠 대인사 아니 타와도 도지 비고 공부 저발라 아니 두가다 아니 등아 뭐지 매와이나 아니 들rel하와지 드리수저다 고서 채와지 랭가 이나나 뭐 제도 몰라다 위나나 로가로와 대 매와이나나 아니 맞어 특제 뭐지 초발한테네 저거이자 아니 그런다 아니 단조가 가스네 시와텔라 때네다 대제 때네 하고 그래서
We can also understand from that what was mentioned in that the preceding verse where the text, they talks about how to, we need to, contemplating on the precious human rebirth and how as a cause to overcoming the attachment to this life. So in that too, there is a clear, the emphasis on the importance of the having the right form of life, which is the suitable form of life, which is a human, like a life of leisure and endowments, which possessing all these 18 features, 18 qualities, and how when we have that life, it makes our life most suitable for the practicing Dharma in order to achieve enlightenment, and therefore, whereas on the other hand, how we are disadvantaged, suppose from engaging in a practice and then pursuing our spiritual goal of enlightenment. Suppose if we are born into lower rebirth, and then how let alone engaging in the practice, but even the experience of suffering there is just so unbearable that there is and so there's no chance for us to be engaged in practice. So even if you become we are born as a human being, how there is certain exception case where like a great, like a yogi, like a Milarepas, who was able to practice and achieve enlightenment in a very hard way. But for most of the people, it is not possible the way to achieve the enlightenment in a hard way. So rather, we have important for her to have meet all the lots of good conditions, suitable conditions to and which it makes a lot easier for us to engage in the practice and then to make some progress in the dharmas. So from this we can also understand that these renunciations, talking about the cultivation of renunciation, so it doesn't mean that we are completely going against all the things of this world or this cyclic existence, as as if they have absolutely have no value or no benefit to us. Okay, so now if we move on to the next verse, so which is now about the third principal part, which is the which is the Bodhicitta, or the awakening mind, and so this the subject of this Bodhicitta so is explained here mainly into two. That is the first, the showing the reason or the why we need to we must cultivate the Bodhicitta or the awakening mind, and then the second is the how or the means to achieve, so means to generate this Bodhicitta.
다 알레 냐라 쇼주지 센생에데 간데질 세거잖아. 쇼주지 센테니데 아니 세제 통제 그 된다. 주비 공 쇼주지 공부터 봐 샤고 형비거니 드니 그로 채워지지라. 아니 쇼주지 센세고 그래서 드니 다 단기 연주시와 노지 그때 구조 뒤절라 휴자 먹어와. 아니 매매 오늘 네 드니 아니 시에서나 디 구조들라 쇼주 셈바스네 아니 드니라고 그랬어.
So first, we need to know, what is bodhicitta or an awakening mind. So, so it is defined as a very a special kind of an aspiration or a wish to achieve complete enlightenment or the state of Buddhahood, in order to benefit all sentient beings. So that is this is the definition of bodhicittas. And now, in terms of to be such a wish to be called or defined as a genuine or a true bodhicittas or awakening mind, then the we can say then this such mind should, such bodhicitta, such the wish or the aspiration for enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings, so should arise as same as we just before, as we just explained before, the a genuine renunciation arises, which should arise, effortlessly and spontaneously.
제장하다 다 로조 노서 놀라네 당이 현주 세시 그위지 제때 년주 대용 노도 세시지 선바면나 라메 현주 부주 대위 저런 먼저와 로데노지 현주 senju 시시 가서라 네 현주 세시 그위지 제때 시고 그래서.
So to read the next verse, which is on Bodhicitta, says, so such renunciation too, if it is not sustained by pure awakening mind, it will not become a cause of the perfect bliss of unexcelled enlightenment. Therefore, O intelligent ones, generate the excellent awakening mind. So this verse primarily shows the reason why we cultivate or generate bodhicitta.
제장안에 대 가르쳐 그러시는 다 공당가 좀 연주지 시해줘요. 연주 그 선바지마 많이 받대 롤시와 대조지 그 팽을 말해서 대라니 현주지 생지 선바지 그래서 단단하게 시해되지 그 현주지 생지 그 선바 그래서 이 선마소나 아니 선바면 다 주피 수제지고 네 접어서 주바되는 말이에요. 다 타war라도 타외가 네 저런도들 마도 네 주피 수제 네 접어서 주바되는 말이에요. 네 디지에 되더니 시고 그래서.
So in essence, so this verse says that how in the simply cultivating or generating the renunciation is saying that it is not sufficient, and so on top of that, in addition to that, so we need to cultivate, we need to generate the bodhicitta mind, because it is saying that if we only generate the renunciation, so then that can be we can only achieve the liberations from samsaras, from cyclic existence. But however, we cannot achieve the supreme, or as it says here, perfect bliss of unexcelled enlightenment, and so therefore in order to ensure that what we do is becomes a cause, serve as a cause to achieve unexcelled or the supreme enlightenment, then we must not only cultivate, generate, but we must complement, or we must also generate these bodhicittas here as well.
대인사니 다 주비 수제주 공부 더 반대 반나지 네 현주의 센데 로또 데마노치니 슌주지 센데 젤라 시에바 시에고구레스네 로데노치 슌주 센주 시에스네 드리송고요레스.
So therefore, as he says here, therefore, O intelligent one, generate the excellent awakening mind. So therefore, it is making urging that for those who are wishing for complete enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings, so they must generate bodhicitta.
제자양 니가설 도파치라야 가제야 니가 현주기 센데 젤라메나 네 디게자 셰바 토제네 수제가 질로고 요사 말이 서서든디 도파샤시와레 데세고 말에 세시 디셰스나 제 무슨 수바래 그래서 수제 도파라 제 무슨 수바래고 말 레그리세고 얼마도 야 맞춘다고 그야 수 그런 네 주비 수제 토피 제다니 아니 게자 공어체 아니 다 질은 호완 수제가 또 호와체나 아니 야 대우 주비 수제 토픽 전로 추그레스 네 이나 어제 퍼서 주바데 아니 세시에 토픽 제선로 그래서
So relating to this verse where it says how if when conjoined with the bodhicitta, then our whatever virtues that we create or merit that we accumulate, then they serve as a cause to achieve complete enlightenment. So in relating to this, so there's one caution which arises, which which arises is that or in the text they make a difference in terms of the excellent, they make a difference between the excellent cause to achieve complete enlightenment and just a normal cause. It's just a cause to achieve complete enlightenment. So therefore, when it says here that if our practice or if our virtue is not conjoined with the bodhicitta, and then it won't serve as a cause to achieve enlightenment. So what that the implication is that it doesn't become as the excellent, if you like, excellent cause to achieve complete enlightenment. But however, it can still serve cause. Like for example, like us or those those of other who do not have yet cultivated the genuine or the true bodhicitta mind, and then of course whatever virtue that they create, merit that they create, we can't say that it can't become a cause to cause for complete enlightenment. So can become a cause for complete enlightenment if they generate, if they create that virtue with some sort of bodhicitta motivation, even though it's not a genuine bodhicitta, but because of the bodhicitta motivation can become a cause, but not a excellent, as is, we can have to make, but not an excellent cause to achieve complete enlightenment.
제장하다 가서 현주 그 세대 아니 주비 수제지 공부터 발라 이쯤에지 긍해지다 아니 대슈나 아니 땅 가서 센디 디발라 소파 디 용도 호레 세노라 소파 디 소거레 아니 수제터 발라 어디 무슨 소파 된지도 호레 대인자 아니 땅 가서 디세 섬사샤 아니 네 현주 세대 아니 다 마셔 봐노 셔봐도 셔노 시에서만원에 군에 배우시는 변호시 있잖아요. 들이 디세 대조정 있어.
So just in relating to the question that we raise with whether bodhicitta as a cause, can be like a excellent cause or just normal cause. So when relating that in the text, which says here, by pure awakening mind, it will not become a cause of the perfect bliss of unexcelled enlightenment. So here it's talking about an excellent cause to achieve complete enlightenment. So for that, then one should have not only renunciation, but it should be generate the genuine bodhicittas. So I think we finish the time for the teaching today, and we leave here, and then we dedicate with this prayer to wish that if we have not yet generated bodhicitta, so may the bodhicitta generate or arise within us. But if we have generated, then may it never diminish, but keep increasing.